Hello, family. So we are continuing our conversation on the Quran. Oh, by the way, before we get started, I did listen to a recitation. It was very beautiful. It was the one that had over 40 million views. I'll have to understand how I can play the video for you without getting a copyright music strike. But I want you to know that I have been listening to it and it's very beautiful. So don't think I haven't been seeing some of your comments, family. Okay, so we're starting on 265. And the likeness of those who spend their substance seeking to please Allah and to strengthen their souls is a garden, high and fertile. Heavy rain falls on it, but it makes it yield a double increase of harvest. And if it receives not heavy rain, light moisture suffices it. Allah seeth well whatever ye do. 266. Does any of you wish that he should have a garden with date palms and vines and streams flowing underneath, and all kinds of fruit, while he is stricken with old age, and his children are not strong enough to look after themselves, that it should be caught in a whirlwind with fire therein and be burnt up? Thus doth Allah make clear to you his signs, that ye may consider? 267. O ye who believe, give of the good things which ye have honorably earned, and of the fruits of the earth which we have produced for you, and do not even aim at getting anything which is bad, in order that out of it ye may give away something, when ye yourselves would not receive it except with closed eyes. And know that Allah is free of all wants, all worthy in praise. Interesting. So he says that, give good things, and good things are things that have been gained with honor. So I think, let's say a modern example for me, I think, is let's say somebody is a politician, they get a corrupt bribe, they then use that money in which they have gained to buy Christmas presents. And then those Christmas presents were bought with dirty money. So I think that's a good example. What are you saying? 268. The evil one threatens you with poverty and bids you to conduct unseamlessly. Allah promised you his forgiveness and bounties, and Allah careth for all, and he knoweth all things. 269. He granteth wisdom to whom he pleaseth, and he to whom wisdom is granted receiveth indeed a benefit overflowing. But none will grasp the message but men of understanding. That's cool. It's very pro-intellect. It's telling you that if you really want to get some wisdom, you can get it. So it's having faith in the human mind. 270. And whatever ye spend in charity or devotion, be sure Allah knows it all. But the wrongdoers have no helpers. 271. If ye disclose acts of charity, even so it is well, but if ye conceal them and make them each those really in need, that is best for you. It will remove you from some of your stains of evil. Oh, so it will remove from you some of your stains. Oh, so good works? So if you do charity, then some imperfections that are imprinted on your soul can get buffered out to a degree. Fascinating. And Allah is well acquainted with what ye do. 272. It is not required of thee, O Apostle, to set them on the right path, but Allah sets on the right path whom he pleases. That's very good. See, so he does that. Whatever of good ye give benefits your own souls, and ye shall only do to seeking the face of Allah. Whatever good ye give shall be rendered back to you, and ye shall not be dealt with unjustly. So what you do unto others will also be done to you. 273. Charity is for those in need, who in Allah's cause are restricted from travel, and cannot move about on the land, seeking for trade or work. The ignorant man thinks, because of their modesty, that they are free from want. Thou shalt know them by their unfailing mark. They beg not importunately from all and sundry, and whatever of good ye give, be assured Allah knoweth it well. 274. Those who in charity spend of their goods by night and by day, in secret and in public, have their reward with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. It's very pro-charity. I like that. 275. Those who devour usury. Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard in my sociology class that Islam is not a big fan of usury. So it's cool. It's actually in the Quran. So I know that the professor wasn't lying. Will not stand except as stands one whom the evil one by his touch hath driven to madness. That is because they say, trade is like usury, but Allah hath permitted trade and forbid usury. Those who, after receiving direction from their Lord, desist, shall be pardoned for the past. Their case is for Allah to judge, but those who repeat the offense are companions of the fire. They will abide therein forever. 276. Allah will deprive usury of all blessing, but will give increase for deeds of charity. For he loveth not creatures ungrateful and wicked. 277. Those who believe and do deeds of righteousness, and establish regular prayers and regular charity, will have their reward with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. 278. O ye who believe, fear Allah and give what remains of your demand for usury. If ye are indeed believing. 279. If ye do it, take notice of war from Allah and his apostles. But if ye turn back, ye shall have your capital sums. Deal not unjustly, and ye shall not be dealt with unjustly. 280. If the debtor is in a difficulty, grant him time till it is easy for him to repay. That's beautiful. Dang, man. Hold on, I want to tell a story. Like, that's good to say because, I remember my grandpa did construction for a while. And during the winter, there's very little jobs. And I remember my grandpa didn't earn enough to pay the electric bill. And there was a water bill too. And we didn't have money. So the heating was electric. So when we took showers, there was only, cold water. And sometimes I had to take a shower at other people's houses. And these people, these debt collectors, now I don't know if you have it in your country, family, or wherever you're headed from, but these people, man, they call you nonstop and they're aggressive and so disrespectful. It makes me angry. I remember my grandma would be on the phone. She's like, well, I don't have the money to pay. Can we do a payment plan? How much can I pay in order to get it turned back on? And then you'd hear some of them just be like aggressive, like, well, we need the money and you need to pay and you're already past due and there's a due date. Ma'am, and you would hear, because like on these old-fashioned phones, I don't know if you guys remember these kind of phones, but remember when the kind that were connected to the wall and they had the spiral cord, and when someone talks loud you can hear? It was an old-fashioned phone, right? We didn't have cell phones like smartphones like that at that time. If you did have some looking type of cell phone, it would look like a walkie-talkie, and it was usually, my grandpa would have something like for work, and it was not like the fancy phones now. But these debt collectors I hope they've been regulated now. I wouldn't know now because most of the bills I pay are automatic. But I remember hearing my grandma cry sometimes with them. It's just the arguing. They were just so pushy. So I like that in the Quran, it says you need to give some, make it easy. Oh, another good example of that is in Italian culture. Well, since gambling in the Quran is bad, they don't want you to do it. But in Italian culture, you owe somebody money, you better pay, man. Someone's gonna come with a baseball cap and break your knees. They want their money. They'll cut your ear off. They'll be really bad if you don't pay your money. Northern Italians, not as much, but Southern Italians on the East Coast, watch out for loan sharks. Oh, don't do it. So I'm glad that it has something like that. Whew, it'd be scary. 281. And fear the day when ye shall be brought back to Allah. Then shall every soul be paid what it earned, and none shall be dealt with unjustly. Alright, that was some beautiful verses, family. Very cool.